Well, much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff. No such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Miami Dolphins. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 and second down. Our game here, the first of 3 on this Christmas Day. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to everybody. And remember, you got 2 more after this. We're followed here by the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then tonight, a good one out in the desert, the Bucks and Cards from Glendale. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Rodgers now to throw. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll go again to Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
That play over before it got anywhere thanks to Christian Wilkins. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Flush to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now it's Rodgers. Touchdown! Robert Tonyan, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13, Tua. And he whips that one incomplete there. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Pulled in at the 24. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road. And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either. Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it. On 2nd down, Mostert. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The Dolphins at 9-5 now on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row. Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. He's at the 40. The 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Now Crosby for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From the 6. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And some here he goes, right side. 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make our score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he'll get this out just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going on. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Watkins here. They'll give him 4 yards there, and now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Packers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands up.
And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 48 yards. And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Taken down at the 30.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Now the Dolphins going to burn the 1st of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They'll try and run for the 1st with Dillon. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now they pick up the 1st down there with a gain of 4.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. We're part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick-6 on the other side, and now they get a pick-6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another reception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick-6 from earlier in this game.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He finds his receiver, Watson. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Rodgers now on 1st down.
Quick slant to Watson.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time.
Brandon Jones picking it off.
There he goes left side. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You bring back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while. Have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
Taken in at the 3.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Devondre Campbell, nice play to get in there and drop him.
One of the league's best linebackers. He ended that play almost before it began, and the running back absolutely overmatched no matter what he tried to do.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. And inside give to Jones.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Rodgers. He finds Watson. It's gone. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. This is complete to Watkins on the slant.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And that's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it. Rodgers again now. And his throw is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Rodgers going to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw. And nice work after the throw. And they're set up.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
A.J. Dillon, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And they're within 7 now at 28-21.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. The 20, 10, he will score. Touchdown, Miami. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Rodgers now to throw.
He'll complete this one to Watson.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And again, it's Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tunyon,
his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Packers have cut it back within a score.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 34 yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
From the 36, Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers eyes the crossing route and hits Watson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And for Aaron Rodgers, he's got a lot of footballs on his mantle from all his accolades, but maybe that's another one he wants to keep. He just went over 60,000 career passing yards, and we already know he's going to be a Hall of Famer. He's accomplished so much. The work is done, but he just continues to put in more work and pass more milestones. Congratulations to Aaron Rodgers. 12 more yards there and another first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Charles, we've seen him target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both first and second down. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation. That's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Another carry now for Edmonds. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week. You must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Edmonds is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Chase Edmonds taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete dominance.